Good evening. It's the 1st of September. I can't believe it. It seems so long since we've been together. Um, I'm excited to start a new school year. And it was so exciting to meet so many new people tonight and to visit with so many friends. I'm excited to be giving you this video and hope it helps you prepare for our new school year. So without further ado, let me introduce myself. I am Mrs. Rehl. I was born in the state of Utah, which is out west. I hope you will go try to find it on the map. I was born in a little town called Provo, which isn't so little anymore, and moved to Ohio when I was 12 and have lived here ever since. I call myself a Buckeye for sure. I attended Ohio State, and that's where I met my husband, Austin Rehl, and we have 6 beautiful children. My youngest is 10 and my oldest is 20, if you can believe that. So he's on a mission in Utah, and my daughter Riley is 18 and she is at college in Virginia. She is having a great time and is enjoying her classes so far. Allison, Elena, Sam, and Max all attend Veritas Classical Academy, so hopefully you'll be able to see them while you're here. We have lived in Marietta for about 13 years. My husband's a dentist, so he practices here in Marietta. We love this town, and we're grateful to be part of such a loving and caring community. So if you're watching this, you're probably in my class, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my expectations. And I love for the parents to understand my expectations so we can work together as a team to make sure that all of the students thrive and are challenged and are getting everything they can out of every single day. So the first thing that I want to talk about is giving every assignment your best effort. I want you to make it a habit to put your best foot forward, no matter what. I want everyone to feel comfortable asking questions and comfortable making mistakes, because it's through our mistakes that we get better. Practice makes permanent, and learning with a joyful heart and a willing attitude always makes work more enjoyable. So let's try to set a goal right from the beginning of the year that we're going to give every task our best effort. The second thing I'd like to talk about is temperance. That's a word we don't hear very much these days, but it's a word that has been used for a really long time. And it is necessary for us to have temperance in our lives. It's a form of self-control. So think about having moderation in actions, thoughts, and feelings. This word temperance is kind of like self-control or self-awareness. And we always need to be self-aware when we are in a situation with other people, okay? As one cultivates temperance, they will see a natural change towards how they treat others and how they're treated by others. All right? Temperance should be practiced in the areas of, number 1, self-control. Number 2, meekness in the face of temptations to anger and revenge. Humility with regards to our instinct to always be right. And 4, discretion with regards to our curiosity and desire to know. There are times to ask questions, and there are times to do it in private or to do it when there's not a group of people around. So we want to really use prudence and temperance in situations like that. One of the things that we always need to remember is how we talk out loud, to make sure we have a tone that's not loud or harsh, but calm and well thought out. Loud words and harsh tones can cause confusion and unintended rudeness. So even though you might not intend to be rude, if you're loud and you're kind of rough, that kind of comes off as rude. So one of the things you can think about is that it's always important to think before you speak so that you don't unintentionally hurt someone's feelings. Another part of temperance is keeping control of your body parts. Keep your hands and feet to yourselves and be mindful of the people around you. This is a really hard one for 3rd and 4th graders because they love to touch each other. And with COVID, we're going to have to keep our hands off of each other and stay socially distant. So just keep that in mind, that we need to constantly be reminding ourselves to keep our hands to ourselves. Temperance can also mean controlling our appetites. In this case, I don't mean how hungry you are, but your wants, your desires. You might want to get up and wander around the room, but it may not be the right time. The teacher might be giving a lesson. So you're going to have temperance and you're just going to sit at your desk and listen and pay attention until it's time to get up and walk around. It also means controlling our tongues. So not talking when we're not supposed to, and just not like fidgeting or being goofy when the time isn't right. In a sense, what defines temperance is bringing chaos into order. All right. The natural state is to want to be chaotic. So we have to have temperance to kind of bring balance to the force and order to the force. So the next kind of rule or law of the classroom is to treat others the way we want to be treated. So this is the golden rule. Be respectful. That's a given. Be polite. Show respect by being a good listener. I love a good listener. What teacher doesn't like a good listener? Being a kind friend. Who doesn't want a kind friend or to be a kind friend? And a responsible student. What parent doesn't want to have a responsible student? We all want to be responsible students. So let's help each other become those things. The other thing I want you to think about is how you treat things. We are blessed with so many wonderful things. I know tonight during orientation, I saw a couple of beautiful backpacks, gifts, I'm sure, from parents to children. And I think it's very important that we take care of these gifts that we've been given. So whether it's a backpack or a trapper keeper or a desk or a library book or a ball from the gym, we have a stewardship to take care of those things. And so I just want all of my students to be aware that we need to take care of these things and that there are consequences if we don't take care of things. If we mistreat a ball and it pops, then we don't have that ball to play with anymore. So we just need to think before we act. We also want to keep spaces cleaner than we left them or cleaner than we found them. So clean up after yourselves and keep public areas better than you found them. This really often happens when I'm in a bathroom and people accidentally maybe throw a paper towel on the floor. I always try to use my paper towel to dry my hands off, and then I'll use that paper towel to pick up the other paper towel and throw both of them in the garbage. So just if you see something lying on the floor, a piece of trash, maybe get a Kleenex and pick it up and throw whatever you found on the floor in the trash. So we want to keep all of the spaces in the school clean. Our next rule is to pursue knowledge with a smile. And we talked about how hard it's going to be to smile if we're wearing a mask. but I promise I can tell that you are smiling by your eyes. Your eyes will sparkle if you are smiling under that mask. I want you to know that things will get hard, and that's okay. If you smile and put your best foot forward and try your best, it'll be good. You will have success. I want you to know that this year is the year when we are going to start really forming some good study habits. We take several tests every week. We learn to write notes and to write outlines. I want you to put all of that into good study practice. You are in charge of how much you get out of each day. So make every moment count. So pursue knowledge with a smile. That'll make learning so much better. All right, number 5, keep the classroom tidy and neat. All right, so I am a firm believer in simplifying things. And this year we're taking things about as simple as we can get. Everybody only has a desk and a chair, and you're going to keep all of your books and binders either in the desk or in your backpack, minus your Latin binder, which will be on the shelf. Your coat will go on the back of your chair, and your backpack will go over your coat, and everything else will be put in your desk. So we are going to have to do a top-notch job of keeping our desks tidy and neat, because otherwise we are going to live in a state of chaos, and nobody wants to do that. I'm hoping this really cuts down on the amount of clutter in the classroom. With lockers, things tended to catch in there. People would leave multiple coats or multiple lunch boxes. So with just the desk and the chair, hoping that doesn't happen as often. We are going to use the lockers for something, and that would be violins. We need a place to store our violins every day. So I will assign a couple of kids to each locker, and they'll take turns going to their locker and getting their violin when they need it. I want you to know that all surfaces in the classroom will be cleaned multiple times a day, especially after we work with food or we're eating food. Our hands will be sanitized and our desks will be sanitized both before and after those things happen. We're taking multiple breaks every day, so the kids will be able to get outside and get some fresh air. That is number 5. I come to rule number 6 now. Come to class prepared and ready to work. Being prepared means coming to class with everything that is expected. This is so, so important to me. It is so hard to teach completely if kids don't come prepared. So when you come to school, walk in the building with a good attitude, your homework completed. If there was a project assigned, come with it done. Come with your books, and please bring a lunch, because I don't want you to be hungry. Every student is expected to come to class well presented, wearing a clean uniform. It is also a great idea. This is something I can't stress enough, that 3rd and 4th graders start wearing deodorant. We do a lot of active movement in my class, inside, outside, everywhere. And so a little deodorant goes a long way. I've learned this from experience. The first year I taught, I suffered through the stink. But after that, I learned that all it takes is a little deodorant, and then everybody's a little and more confident. because they smell better. It's important that students use good hygiene, that they rest well each night, and they eat well so they are prepared to learn and grow during the day. Now, I want everyone to know that we do have a snack time almost every day. In my class, snack time is a privilege. It's not a right. And so if we earn it, we will do it. And usually we will eat our snack outside. And if something happens where we're being really slow to get work done, then I would take away the snack time and they could just run around outside for a couple minutes. But it is a privilege, not a right. And just reiterating that hands and desks will be sanitized before and after any consumption of food in my classroom. Right, let me introduce you to our take-home folder. I just put one of these together so everyone could see, but everyone will get their own. So it's going to be red this year, and it looks backwards. So inside the take-home folder, we have two sides, two pockets, one in the front, and that says left at home. So those papers that are left in here will be left at home. So they're going to be the graded papers or things that have been checked off. You're going to go through this nightly, and please take any papers that are in this side out nightly. On the other side, it says right back to school. And this might be a paper I need you to sign to give your child permission to do something, or other things that need to come back to me, maybe homework that needs to be finished. All right. And then I've included a little pencil packet for everybody because I've learned over the years that a lot of my students do their homework on the road or while they're sitting in their car waiting for someone to get done with soccer practice or piano lessons. So we just want to have a couple of pencils in here, maybe a pen, just so they're prepared in any situation to do their homework. We don't want to have to do our homework with a crayon that was left under the car seat by little brother. Somebody's done that before, so let's be prepared with our pencils. I've included a weekly schedule. It tells everybody what's going on and when. It would be good if you could refer to that when you're scheduling, dental or medical appointments, so you can see when we have our breaks and when a good time to go would be. We have lunch at a different time this year because we're going to lunch and recess in smaller groups. We're going to start lunch and recess at 11:05. My class will go to recess first, and then after about 20 minutes, they'll get their lunches and they can eat outside if it's a beautiful day, or in the classroom if it is not a beautiful day. So I will send this class schedule out via email, and you can refer to that. The next thing you'll find in your folder is a calendar, and this calendar will give you all of the assignments for the week. And so you can kind of get a snapshot of what we're going to be doing during the week and what needs to be accomplished. So you can say, oh, maybe I have more time on Wednesday to get things done, and so you can get maybe Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday done on Wednesday. The only thing you can't do that for is math. I request that you do math daily, not try to get ahead, because I want you to go with the lessons that I'm teaching in class. So you'll have a calendar, and this year, every day your child will either land on green, which is great, yellow, which is good, or red, which is not so good, and they will color whatever they land on that day. And this will help me determine their virtue grades at the end of the quarter. So, and it will give you a good indicator about how their day went. So look forward to that. And then I will include a class roster. These come in handy for class parties or birthdays when you want to know how many kids are in the class. So that'll be in there as well. Now, the most important pocket in the folder is this clear pocket. It's going to be at the end of all those others. This is the study pocket. This is where all of your child's study materials for the week will go. So their spelling words, their maps, their history study guide, whatever we're studying, whatever they need to practice at home will be found in this clear packet at the end of the folder. Okay, very important. All right, so every child is going to get one of these folders, and this is something they need to bring home nightly and return daily. Okay, it's very important. All right, so I'll be giving everyone their red take-home folders on the first day of school, and we'll practice how to use those throughout the first couple of weeks. So I'm excited to use those folders again. They were a huge help last year in keeping everyone really organized. So, all right. I wish I could ask you questions. I like interacting with people. So the classroom, I don't know if you can see it very well, but I have the desks pretty well spaced out. They're about 6 feet apart. So everything's looking good. Got new decorations on the wall. And outside, we have picnic tables right outside our room. So we can go sit at those picnic tables if we get antsy in the classroom. And Veritas also purchased some really big wedding tents that we can set up and do class outside if it's too sunny or too rainy, but we still want to be outside, we can set those up and do class. So I am looking forward to a fabulous year with my 3rd and 4th graders. Looking forward to exploring outside during science, learning new penmanship, and reading lots of amazing stories full of adventure. I hope you are excited to join me. I can't wait to see you all. If you have any questions or comments and you want to reach out, you can call me or text me or email me. My number is on the letter that I sent. So I hope you guys all have a fabulous night. Take care. I'll see you on Tuesday.